The Comprehensive Dangerous Drug Act of 2002, officially designated as Republic Act No. 9165, is a consolidation of Senate Bill No. 1858 and House Bill No. 4433. It was enacted and passed by the Senate of the Philippines and House of Representatives of the Philippines on May 30, 2002 and May 29, 2002, respectively. This act, consisting of 101 sections, provides for importation of dangerous drugs and/or controlled precursors and essential chemicals. It establishes offenses and penalty according to the different dangerous drug, regardless of the quantity and purity involved. In 2021, a total of 50,565 drug suspects were arrested nationwide. 87% of whom were male. Among the arrested drug suspects, 84.5% were arrested for violation of Section 5, or sale, trading, administration, dispensation, delivery, distribution, and transportation of dangerous drugs and or controlled precursors and essential chemicals of RA 9165. Majority, or 94.69% of the arrests of drug suspects involved seizure of shabu, cannabis sativa or marijuana, then MDMA or ecstasy followed as a second and third frequently seized illegal drugs from the arrested suspects. In 2021, minors were continuously utilized by drug syndicates to avoid apprehension. A total of 599 minors were rescued by PDEA and other law enforcement agencies during their anti-illegal drug operations. Majority, or 52.09% of them, aged 17 years. These minors were subsequently turned over to the local social welfare and development offices for proper intervention. What is drugs? A drug refers to a medicine or other substances which has a physiological effect when ingested or introduced into the body through other means. Legal drugs are known as over-the-counter and prescription drugs. Alcohol, nicotine, and caffeine are all legal drugs as well. The drugs are illegal if the government has included them in their laws on controlled substances. Illegal drugs can be harmful for anyone, but they are particularly hazardous for young people whose brains and bodies are still developing. Classifying drugs by chemical similarities is useful because drugs that are chemically similar often have similar impacts and risks. Stimulants speed up the body's nervous system and create a feeling of energy. They are also called the uppers because of their ability to make you feel very awake. Stimulants have the opposite effect of depressants. When the effect of a stimulant wears off, the user is typically left with feelings of sickness and a loss of energy. Constant use of such drugs when not used as prescribed can have very negative effects on the user. In order to prevent extreme negative side effects of these drugs and the impact they have on life, drug treatment centers are often recommended. Type of drugs include cocaine, methamphetamines, and amphetamines. Inhalants are sniff or huff and give the user an immediate results. Unfortunately, these immediate results can also result in sudden mental damage. When inhalants are taken, the body becomes deprived of oxygen, causing a rapid heartbeat. Other effects include liver, lung, and kidney problems, affected sense of smell, difficulty walking, and confusion. Types of drugs include pain thinner, gasoline, and aerosol sprays. Cannabinoids. These drugs result in feelings of euphoria, cause confusion and memory problems, anxiety, a higher heart rate, as well as staggering and poor reaction time. Types of drugs include hashish and marijuana. Depressants slow down activity in the central nervous system of your body. These drugs are also called downers because they slow the body down and seem to give feelings of relaxation. Depressants are available as prescription drugs to relieve stress and anger, although drowsiness is often a side effect. The relaxation felt from these drugs is not a healthy feeling for the body to experience. To stop abuse of this drug treatment is suggested. An example of these are the barbiturates, alcohol, and tranquilizers. Opioids and morphine derivatives can cause drowsiness, confusion, nausea, feelings of euphoria, respiratory complication, and relieve pain. Types of drugs include heroin, morphine, and opium. Anabolic steroids. Steroids are taken to improve physical performance as well as to enlarge muscles and increase strength. Negative effects of steroids include baldness, cysts, oily hair and skin, acne, heart attack, stroke, and change in voice. Hostility is also a frequent side effect of anabolic steroids. Types of drugs include anadrol, durabolin, and stanozol. Hallucinogens. When taking hallucinogens, switching emotion is frequent. These drugs change the mind and cause the appearance of things that are not really there. Hallucinogens affect the body's self-control such as speech and movement, and often bring about hostility. Other negative side effects of these drugs include heart failure, increased heart rate, higher blood pressure, and change in the body's hormones. Types of drugs include mescaline, psilocybin, and magic mushroom. Prescription drugs can be very helpful drugs when used properly and when under the guidance of a qualified physician. These drugs can be used as aids in surgery to treat medical conditions and while controlling various symptoms. Misuse and abuse of prescription drugs, however, can be very dangerous. Types of drugs include lisinopril, atorvastatin, and levothyroxine.